Hi everyone, my name is Christy. I'm with Positive Creation Wreath. This is hubby.
Hello.
His name is Greg, and tonight you're going to get 2 projects for the price of 1. Tonight, hubby will be making a picket fence, and he'll show you how to do all that. And then tonight, I'm going to be making a gnome wreath. So I'm going to pan the camera down, and we're going to get started. Thank you for joining us, and we're glad to have you.
Okay, the project I'm doing this evening is the wooden fence. I'm going to be putting it together. This one is a finished one already, but I'd had some boards already cut out that I'm going to put together to show you on here. So, last week we were talking about the Craig jig. And I have the junior edition, I guess you call it. But it just has your part that where you drill your holes, the drill bit, and has an adjuster. Can't remember what you call it now, but how deep you want the hole to be drilled. So inside, it has a book with it, and inside there, it gives you your measurements to tell you. You have to know what size board you're using, and then it gives you your measurements. So, like the thickness of my boards is 3/4 of an inch, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but here in the case, it has measurements here: 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, inch, 5/8, and that. And with your drill bit in there and pushed all the way up into that hole, you just set this little round part to the thickness, and then you have a set screw on there that you tighten down right there, and then when you drill into the hole here, it will go down, and when it hits that round part, it'll stop and you can't drill any further. If you do have any questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll do our best to answer.
I am using this black and red 21-inch deco mesh. I went all the way around and did 10-inch poofs. All of my pipe cleaners, if you look at the back, are all 5 inches apart. And then I always put the cross on the back of it, and I always fill in the circle. I do have a YouTube video on how I do all of that, so you're more than welcome to check out our YouTube channel. I cut 10-inch deco mesh. I cut it 30 inches long. I'm going to do the woodland ruffles, and I'm going to be adding it to the wreath. So I'm going to get started.
And as I was showing you earlier, when you put the drill bit in that hole to drill, it'll come down to that stopper and it won't go any further. And like I was saying, the board measures 3/4 of an inch. So on the back here you have a guide too that shows 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch, and has measurements in between. So what you have to do, I don't know if you can see it, there's little arrows on each side here. But you move these down to whatever your board is, the thickness. And with ours being 3/4 of an inch, then we'll just move it down to that. And on here, if you can see it, has little tabs. So this piece right here, you push that in, and then you're able to slide that bar to whatever size you want, which is 3/4 on here.
Tonight I'm using the black buffalo plaid, and I have red that I'm mixing with that. 2 different red patterns. This is a burlap. And then I'm using the red buffalo plaid with 2 of the black patterns. So I'm just going to be alternating those around. And the sign. And I ordered this sign from Our Back Room Creations. Go check them out. She has a lot of wonderful signs on her website. They're really cool signs. Go check her out.
Linda Knight said,
Hi, Linda. How are you? As well as I made these little leopard print or cheetah print, whatever you want to call them, little bows, and these, each one will get one of those.
and for this project here, it talks about different woods and that, which type of screw you would need. But it says material thickness. We got 3/4 of an inch that we're using. So the screw length here, if you just go across, it tells you use 1 1/4 inch screw, which we already have. And then talking about fine thread screws would be for your harder woods, which will make a stronger bond. And if you have softer woods, if you use a coarser thread on it, then it'll make a stronger bond and hold together.
This is what we're doing with the wreath. See how that just pops out of there? That little print. Pretty cool. So we're going to go all the way around. Am I taking up too much space on the table, dear?
No. Okay, this is going to be our bottom to our fence, and I'd already marked sections where I'm going to put the fence and how far back I'm going to put them on the board so it'll be able to stand up and balance all right. So I knew I was using 4 pieces of like fencing to put on here. And all these are 3/4 inch by 1. Yeah, 3/4 inch. They're 3 inches wide. And probably about, I'd say, we can measure it. I gotta take measure.
Yeah, right here.
I got one right here.
Mine's better, though.
Oh, better.
Yeah. If I can get it out.
And I had made these about 14 inches tall. So.
See, mine has the big numbers for...
You like yours because it doesn't retract back.
That's true, but it also has bigger numbers for people like you that can't see.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe it's me that can't see. Anyhow. Yeah, we're like this every day.
But if you can see the markings on there that I did. So what I'll do is I already pre-drilled the holes. So we want those to the back side. So I'll go ahead and start putting these on.
I bet you are wore out. It looked like so much fun. Next year I'm going. Next year I'm telling them no surgery. Now these are cut all different lengths. Just to give it more character.
And the Craig jig does come with a bit that you can use in your drill for these screws. They are square head, and that's what the bit is, a square.
Let's see how that's going to pop side by side. I just think that's awesome, like that.
Linda said, what's he making?
He's making a picket fence. You want to pick up that white one? We have one done, it's mine. But I told him he needs to make some more so we can start putting them in our Etsy shop to sell. You can decorate this any way you want. You can tell it's been used. If you look at the bottom, it's all scratched up. That's what he's making.
Set it over here again.
Yeah. That's what he's explaining, how to make that. They're a lot of fun to decorate. I bet that was a real good time. It looked like it. He was giving me such a hard time about my live. I told him he has to get on here and do a live now. So that's why he's been doing it on Sundays with me. That's his only day off, though. Oh, thank you. He loves doing all the woodworking stuff, so... Usually, he's very, very, very artistic. Normally, I tell him I want something. He goes out to the garage and does it. He can draw like nobody's business, too. I can't even draw a straight line, let alone walk a straight line. He's very artistic.
Which, not to give anything away, everybody be finding out next weekend. Because I'm going to show about, like, when you want to create something to cut out. I'm going to take a pattern and just start with that. Draw it on a board and then just go from there and create a few other things with it that cut out and just add to maybe fence or just to hang on your wall or even put on a wreath.
Yep, my ghost. I told him I wanted ghost. So he did a ghost pattern. Then I said, okay, I like this one, but now I want another ghost where the hands are up. He went out there and did it, brought it to me. I was like, perfect, thanks. He's so artistic. Yes, very lucky to have him. He's very crafty. He knows how to make wreaths as well, and he does make wreaths, but he'd prefer to do the wood.
It's funner working with wood.
That's the answer I get. But he does know how to make a wreath.
I will say I've done it before with her special training, but I don't know if I could do it by myself.
Oh, you did. You're good at it. He's very creative. If I tell him what kind of a wreath I'm doing, he'll say, well, why don't you use this instead, or do that, or do this. And the funny thing is he's colorblind. But he doesn't let it stop him.
Okay, I've taken and put the boards up on there now. Put the screws in. Sorry, don't mean to.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. You can crowd me out. I'd crowd you out if I got the opportunity. It's fine.
And I put the screws down in these holes and screwed them down to the board. They do make, I guess you call them plugs, that you can put down in these to make it look like a solid board and hide the screws and all that. But I just don't have any more right now.
No, you're almost done. I told you it wouldn't take you an hour to do all that.
I knew it wouldn't.
That's all right.
That's all right. I'll talk people's ears off.
There you go. You can just talk, answer questions about your project. I am just loving the way this is turning out.
And he said, oh, that's too funny.
We're like this all the time. Now I went ahead and pre-made some of the woodland ruffles, but I always try to do some of them on camera because I'm not that fast. And I don't want to keep you here all night long. Now you're changing what?
Okay. The bit I used for these screws, I've taken that out and I put in just a regular little drill bit, if you can see that. I got a board here that I'd measured and cut down to be able to go across the back to hold the pieces of fence together so they don't start coming apart or anything and go sideways. Yeah, it just makes it a lot sturdier. So what we're going to do with the drill bit is drill a hole in each one of these. That way when we go to put the screws in, it should not split the board in that, and just helps has a guide for the screw to go in.
Now this ribbon didn't have any wire in it, so I did the whole starch thing and starched all this ribbon, the whole spool, so that way it will still stay. And if you all don't know how to starch a ribbon, I'll be more than happy to show you. Because I have been starching a lot of ribbon to make a rag bow.
Okay, I drilled the first two holes on here, which I know it's hard to see.
Here, you can hold it up.
Well,
I'll move over. I'll go to my corner. I got it. Let me get over
But now
here.
I want to take just a regular screw with the Phillips head on it, or you can use whatever type of screw you want. And for this one, since we already pre-drilled a hole, I'm going to use a regular Phillips.
Did you get that out of my toolbox?
Nope, I got it out of the garage.
Looks like the one I had in my toolbox. Which is probably the one I stole out of your toolbox.
Probably.
Yeah, well.
My tools are always coming up missing. And then I come in the house and I find them.
Now. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Let's not be stingy here.
Did you starch before you tied?
What?
Linda said, did you starch before you tied?
Yes. Yes. Do you know how to starch your ribbon? Have you ever starched the ribbon before, Linda?
Okay, all I'd done was just tried to eyeball how high I wanted the board across here, and then I just tried to drill a hole in the center of the boards and just put the screw in there. So I've done the outside two so far, so now I'll do the inside.
Hi, Cindy.
Oh, come right out.
Oh no, your drill bit came out.
Mm-hmm.
Got the top all finished. Now we're starting on the bottom. You mix cornstarch and water, and then you boil that until it gets thick. Shut it off, and then you put all your ribbon in there. That's how you starch your ribbon, to make them, if they don't have wires in them, make them stuff. That's how I do mine. Make a real thick paste.
There we go. I thought I had it tight, but apparently not. Okay, if you ever don't want that to happen, it's always better to put your drill on reverse and then pull it out. Normally I just leave it on forward.
They may have not have seen what happened, so tell them what happened.
While I was drilling this last hole, I don't know if everybody's seen or not, but when I drilled through the boards, I went to try and pull it out. When I did, apparently it wasn't tight enough, and the drill come off the drill bit as I was trying to pull it back out. So I had to put it back on, put the drill back on the drill bit and try and tighten it down to work it back out. So after the second time, I put it back on, tightened it down, I put it in reverse, and then back drill bit right back out. So it's probably better to do it in reverse before you even start pulling it out. So what I did too, when I decided what screws I wanted to use, I set the board up on top of these and I measured like if it was all the way down, to see if it would go through both the boards or not, and it doesn't. So that's why I chose this size. It's probably like just an inch or an inch and an eighth screw. And when I put these screws in, I try to make the, like, kind of countersink the screw to make it level with the board out here. So that way if you run your hand across there, it won't catch the screw head.
I'm working on keeping up with you.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm sure you'll still be done before me.
Yeah, maybe.
Mine's more elaborate.
And I'm better at just doing it and showing someone than talking to, so.
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows I talk with my hands.
Alright.
Look at how full this wreath is looking.
Yep. Alright.
This is awesome.
This one board here, it's out of way from there, as you can see it. So all I'll do is stand it up. I backed that screw out. So I'll just take and pull that board up against the back one. And when I do that, then I'll put the screw back in. And then it ends up being flush again. And I noticed this one here also has a little gap right there, so I'll back that screw out and push the board up against it and put the screw back in. I'll move this over out of the way. Alright. I'm just moving that table all over the place, aren't I?
That's alright. I'm used to it.
Alright. Well, that didn't really pull that much better, but could be because this board's a little warped somewhat. But it just, putting this board on the back just strengthens the whole fence up together. But if you can see that, that's it. And then it's ready to be painted. And then add whatever decorations
Thank
you
you,
want.
Linda. She said the fence is so neat.
Thank you.
I understand about that dryer buzzing. Mine will be buzzing here pretty soon.
Oh, another step I forgot to tell everyone.
Oh, you forgot a step. Mm-hmm.
Well, in a way I didn't, because I still have to drill holes in this board.
Okay. He was trying to rat race me.
I'm winning anyhow.
Whatever.
Like I said, you get a book with your Craig jig, and it tells you, measure what width of boards you have, and that, which this is 3/4 of an inch. So I don't know if you can see that very well, where that arrow's going to that. That's like a setting that you cannot drill any further in because that'll stop it. And then on the back of this, if you can see it, has arrows right here and on the other side, and then on this piece that slides, it gives you your measurements too of the thickness. So what we'll do is whatever side you're going to drill your holes on, you just take these little notches and you put it on there. And what you want to try and do is figure where the center of your board is and put it right between these two holes on your board. Then once you get it where you want it, which I use a C-clamp, Bi-Script C-clamp, and then you just clamp it down on there, and it doesn't have to be real tight or anything, and then you got it set where you want it, and then you'll be able to drill. Here's where I get to make the mess, honey.
Can you do it over the trash can?
Yeah, maybe.
Honey?
Maybe.
Darling?
It's easier when I do it in the garage. I can just make a mess and then sweep it up afterward.
No. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
What?
You make a mess and then you come in here and say, my garage is a mess. Like I'm supposed to go out there and clean it.
No. My garage is a mess because you keep throwing your stuff out there.
It's stuff I don't want anymore.
Well,
I'm giving it to you.
I don't want it in the garage.
I'm gifting it to you, darling.
Well, I appreciate the gift.
You're welcome.
You ever had one of those gifts that you just rather re-gift to someone else? Just saying. For a friend.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Okay, here's that drill bit that you're going to use to drill in those holes. I'll get it started in there. And sometimes as you get it started, if it won't slide right in, it's easier to just go ahead and lightly pull the trigger to get it to start turning. But they're not going to be able to see me drilling it.
Well, you could have moved the things up here, I guess.
That's all right. I don't want to make a mess on your table, dear.
I don't want you to make a mess on my pretty wreath here. Are you done making noise over there?
Oh, was that too loud? I'm sorry.
I think they all heard you now. Darling.
LOL.
We are like this all day and all night.
We just love to aggravate one another.
That's all it is. Aggravation. No wonder I go get my hair dyed all the time.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I already pre-drilled the holes now, which it was off. You couldn't see it, but now we'll take the clamps off.
My face was a little close there.
It's alright, it wasn't going to hit you. Then when you take it off, you got your holes. And it doesn't go all the way through the end of the board either. So when you go to put your screws in, into whatever you're going to put it on, like your fence, when you go to put, oh, there's some more sawdust, sorry.
That's all right.
Mess.
I'll let you run the vacuum later.
All right.
It fits your hand better anyways.
Sure. So when you put get your holes drilled on there, and you put it where you want it on your fence, put your screws in, then it will just go through the end of this board. It's running up and down into your bottom plate. And then it goes at an angle, so it just makes it a stronger hold.
No. If he sees glitter, he goes crazy. No, if I get glitter out, he runs for the hills.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about glitter.
No. If I say we're going to do a wreath and ribbon with glitter in it, oh no. Oh no. I knew he was going to make a mess, which I told him I didn't care. I actually need to vacuum my craft room anyways.
Oh, so it's planned for me to do it already.
No. I wouldn't want to stress you out over there running that vacuum.
Sure.
He actually had to vacuum the 2 weeks that I had...
Foot surgery?
Yeah, my foot surgery. And he said he's glad that I'm able to get around now and move and walk. So he had to do it for 2 weeks. But I was only down for 2 weeks. Oh no, he goes crazy over glitter. We are almost done with the wreath. We got one more to put on. Yeah, if I'm doing something with glitter on it, he runs and hides. And he doesn't come back until I'm done with all the glitter.
I'm glad to.
Our oldest boy's like that too. If we get him a birthday card or a Christmas card and there's glitter in it, oh my goodness, he goes crazy. Sometimes I do it intentionally. Just for the aggravation.
And you love it, don't you?
Absolutely. Keeps you on your toes.
Sure. You need your trash can over there again?
Later.
Later.
Yeah. I just made a pile here on the table until I'm done.
Yeah, there you go. Like I say, the Craig Jig, which this is a Craig Jig Junior. It is awesome. It's a very good investment, especially if you're doing like shelving or just anything that's going to have a regular joint that'd be like that. You know, it just makes it so much stronger. So, like I say, this is the Craig Jig Junior, and they have a bigger version, but they do have the different types of screws for it that makes your joints stronger. And like I say, they do have a piece of, you know, you can buy in containers about like this of nothing but wood pieces that will go in there and make it look like the board's still whole. You don't even know there's a hole drilled there. And all you'd have to do is just take some wood glue and just kind of put it in here and that. And then when you push that piece down in there, it'll help hold it in too. And then you can paint your board and nobody know how it's put together.
That's what we should have done, was went to the hardware store and got some of those pegs.
Yeah.
Oh well. It was nice to stay home all day.
We
kind of.
We can get some later.
Yep.
Because I'm sure other projects I do, I may end up using this again. So.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Alrighty. Look at how thick that is. Now we got all the deco on. Like I said, I put the cross in the back. I always do this on every wreath just because I don't want that hole in the center. Let me get my thumb unstuck. Now I went ahead and cut some more of the deco mesh, and this time I only did them 18 inches long. And I just do the ruffle method. And then I attach them into that center, and it fills it in and makes it fuller.
One said so pretty.
Thank you. I forgot have to get my other pipe cleaners. I knew. I was
Whoops.
missing something.
I had everything prepared for me.
What?
You said you forgot to get your other pipe cleaners. I already had everything.
Well, I know, but getting you ready, getting me ready.
You didn't have to get me ready.
No, not today I didn't.
Oh, you do every other day?
Yeah.
Okay.
You love it.
Sure. Oh, another thing too. The reason I make these rounded off is, instead of leaving them square or cut to a point, if you got them sitting out in your house on the floor and you got grandkids or children running around, you don't want them to fall and hit anything sharp and get hurt, which they'll still get hurt on this, but you know, we just pray not bad at all since I rounded these off instead of it being at a point. Because our children, when they was growing up, they could just trip on air. And they would just fall.
Who did they get that from, me or you?
You. Not me.
I'll admit it. I mean, come on. I broke my foot and didn't know how.
Hi, Lillian.
Oh, you're not late. We're not done. Well, he's done. I'm not.
I may have to finish hers just to have something to do.
Here you go.
I'm just kidding, honey.
That's what I
You're
thought.
doing a wonderful job.
All I'm doing is attaching these extras that I cut at 18 inches. Doing the ruffle method. I'm just attaching them into the center. The black and white deco mesh came from Craft Outlet, and this buffalo check plaid, whatever you want to call it, it came from the pottery place at the local craft store by us, and that's where the two main ribbons came from. The black plaid and the red plaid, that came from the craft store. And this little animal print, cheetah print, leopard print, whatever it is, he picked it up for me at Michael's. And then this burlap ribbon, that came from the Dollar Tree, and it is wired. But I like that burlap ribbon whenever I'm making a bow and I need like the real small thin 1 inch, I pick that up. Now, granted, with one roll, you're only going to get one bow out of it. Just trying to think, is that all the supplies? Other than the sign. And I got that from Backroom Creations. I set it down. I can't remember which way I was going. This way. I got lost in my own wreath.
It happens.
I know, with me it does. Just putting that on there and twisting.
I know I gotta wait, but I'm ready to do next week.
Well, you can do next week.
Now?
I'm still going, so if you think you can get it done.
I doubt if I'd get it done, but
Yeah. And see how that fills in the center just with those 3 pieces? You could always add more if you wanted to. And it just fills that up, so if you have a sign or something that you're going to put in there. You hear my rocker?
I do.
I think it needs a little roll on there.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I guess that's another project we gotta do.
How to oral rocker.
Sure.
Alrighty. Here's the sign. Like I said, I ordered this from Our Back Room Creations. Jeanette. That's what I ordered.
And we are hoping one day that we can get
A sublimation. One day.
That we can start doing signs ourselves and just be creative. And
all right, y'all. We got the sign and we got the bow. Side by side. Or do we want to do the bow at the, or the sign at the bottom and the bow at the top? Or do we want the bow at the bottom and the sign at the top? What do y'all think?
and such likes that. Well, Lynn, I'm not sure.
What's that?
We got T-Mobile for our phone service, and where we're at, we got to have Wi-Fi in this area to be able to get anything. But too, we have Spectrum cable and all that, and there's times it just acts up on us too.
Side by side? Alrighty, we'll do it side by side. Now, if y'all look, this one little gnome here has snowflakes on her little dress. So, I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it later. But I may go back.
It got up to low 70s, like 70, 72, somewhere in there.
And that was too cold for me. And normally I'm hot. I am using my upholstery needle. I don't know if you can see the eye on there. And I just ran the wire through it. And then I'm just going to run it through the wreath. Straight down. Ow! And poke myself.
Not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you know. It does hurt. A little. That came out. Good Lord, I can't even see.
You need me to hold something up?
Sure, hold that. While I find my... There it is. It's caught on something. There it is. I got her.
Which one are you doing now?
This one, the top one. Don't stab yourself with it like I just did. It hurt a little. But I didn't bleed.
You know they do make things that you can put on your fingers so you don't do that?
Yeah, those thimbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 3 of them and I don't know where they went.
So we need to get you some more.
Probably.
Okay.
They sell them in the sewing section.
Do they?
Uh-huh.
Any certain store?
Any store.
Oh, okay.
You could probably go to Wally World and get them.
Yeah, maybe.
They would probably have them.
You normally don't let me go to Wally World without you, though.
I know, because they do have a craft section. I usually don't let you go to the craft stores. But I didn't feel like going the other day when I needed my ribbon.
Lana said it was 62 here this morning.
Brr! I hope you brought some pants with you.
And then said nope, temporary in Myrtle Beach.
I think they got that storm coming through or something. a hurricane wind or something like that, or
Hurricane Beta.
yeah, that's it.
Beta.
Beta, something like that.
Nope, Linda said, I did not. All shorts and sleeveless. Oh, man.
Oh, no, girl. I guess that's another shopping trip, right? Get down in there. There we go. I don't want to stick myself again. Ooh, that hurted.
Remember when we was going over Chrissy and Bill's?
Mm-hmm.
And Bill brought all that lumber home from the sawmill?
Oh,
And we
yeah.
started making those birdhouse benches.
Yes.
Did we ever sell any of those?
No, I think we gave them all away.
That's what I was thinking.
We couldn't pay anybody to buy them. That's when we was beginning. That
But
was
it
the
was fun
beginning.
times.
It was fun. It was fun.
I wish we would have took pictures of all that.
I know where there's one still at. You made that Coca-Cola bench too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's down in Dad's basement in pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I made a Coca-Cola bench. And I used like 3 or 4 boards. And I made them in the shape of a Coca-Cola bottle. And then Christy painted the wood up to make it look like a Coca-Cola bottle. It was really neat.
But you know, copyright, so.
Linda said she's got to go. Her and her sister's going to go walk on the beach. So
Enjoy your time, Linda.
can't wait to see your pictures. Yep, I hope you have a lot of fun and enjoy your time.
Yes. One of these years we're getting to Myrtle Beach. I just don't know when. We're almost done here. There we go.
I guess I could have brought sandpaper in here and sanded on this too.
Yeah, you could have. That's all right.
I wasn't thinking about
We're
it.
almost done. Alrighty, I'm getting ready to touch the bow. Maybe. Trying to find the wire here. Here it is. You got that crossbar. I'm trying to get it wrapped around. There we go. You clip off the excess. We're almost done, I promise. Alrighty. I'll go back through and cut my tails out after the live. I always do after the live. And like I said, there. Later on, I may go back through here and do the snowflakes. Add a few snowflakes, but there's what we have so far. Let me grab the easel. There we go.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you. Whoa.
Oh, a little lopsided, isn't it?
Yeah. Didn't mean to do that.
There we go.
All right. Let's turn this up. Ooh. Let's get it all the way back so we can get it all in there. There it is. And there we have it. And like I said, oh, I got to tighten up the bow some more, obviously. You got the camera? Oh, sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to make you seasick. Sorry. I'll go back through later and I'll add some of these snowflakes. Because if you look, the little girl has snowflakes on her. So I'll probably go through there and add a few snowflakes here and there. After I tighten the bow back up some more. And I'll trim the tails off. And then I'll take a picture of the finished product. That bow's going to drive me nuts. Let me tighten it up now.
And we have finished product of my fence that I made.
Can you get it all on there? Did you get it all on there?
Yeah.
There, that's better.
Wow.
Still needs to be tightened up.
I think it must be Facebook because I just had to
Yeah, mine
turn my
did
video
too.
off and turn it back on.
Mine did too. There we go.
Yep.
There you have it. 2 projects for the price of 1.
And what we are trying to plan on doing with these fences, I'm going to start making more. That way we can put them up there to sell. But with the one we got, we're going to try and figure out, you know, like if we can come up with different things for like Christmas time, Valentine's Day, Halloween, whatever, just putting different things on here as well. And that way you could interchange them out for the holidays and that. Thank you, Lillian.
I might put a snowflake here on the bow. Maybe. I don't know yet. I'll decide later. Then we might hang a snowflake from his fence, maybe. Either way. So, we want to say thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate you all. And I will be back Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. I'm going to do something with this. I haven't decided yet. I've got 3 different possibilities. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. But I'll get it figured out. And I want to say... What?
What?
I don't know. Anyhow, I'll be back Wednesday at 8 p.m.
And I'll be back with her Sunday.
He'll be back
At 8
following
p.m.
Sunday. Next Sunday at 8 p.m. He's going to show you how to do a pattern. Thank you, Lillian.
I guess that's
Yes.
it for now.
Yep, that's it for now. And until then, God bless. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you all Wednesday. Bye. Yeah, I just